Closed to Kids of Denver is celebrating its 10-year anniversary. How did that happen? It happened because Closed to Kids has an amazing group of people that support it and believe in its mission. When Closed to Kids of Denver opened its doors on September 2nd, 2008, I know for myself that I had no idea how much we'd grow and that Closed to Kids would be where it is today. Gail, Lisa, Mary, and I were focused on providing a service that was very much needed at the time, and we hoped to make a difference for students in the Denver community. I think Closed to Kid has accomplished that goal. We started off small, with small informational meetings, small clothing drives, a small budget, small store, small board of directors, and a small but mighty workforce. We also started off small with our clientele, first serving students in foster and kinship care in Denver, and then quickly opened the doors to all of Denver Public School students. All of these areas have grown by leaps and bounds over the past 10 years. From serving 448 students in 2008 to our goal of 10,000 for this year alone, the store and operations have changed to become more efficient, and the mission has stayed the same: to provide new and quality used clothing to pre-K through 12th grade or GED students from low income or in crisis families, free of charge.
My favorite thing about Closed to Kids is shopping. I remember my mother taking me shopping before school every year. Actually, most of it for me was window shopping. But I was able to pick out one or two new outfits and some material for her to sew into a dress or a skirt. I was so happy even thinking about wearing them to school. It made me feel very good about myself. I see that same joy and boost to self-esteem in so many kids' faces as they leave our shop with their new hand-picked school wardrobe. I'm sure it makes them feel good about themselves, just as I did.
There's been many special moments while I've been working at Closed to Kids. One in particular really stands out, and that is I was helping a shopper with 4 tiny little children, and I helped her with her bags to the car, and she took 2, I took 2, and I put them in front of her car, and I turned around and I walked back, and I hear clap, 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 clap behind me, and I turn around, and there's that 7-year-old little girl with her arms up high, and just she ran and she grabbed me around the ankles and the knees, and she hugged me so hard, and she looked up at me, she never said a word, and she ran back to her mum. Now that's a special moment.
I became involved with Closed to Kids when a good friend, Leslie Sheehan, introduced the organization to me at a Liberty Gives Foundation grant meeting. At the time, my wife Karen and I had 3 small children, and I was trying to find a place to donate their gently used clothing that would be used in a meaningful manner. When Leslie told us about Closed to Kids, my eyes lit up. It was exactly the organization I was looking for. I called up Katie and told her a check was on the way from the Liberty Gives Foundation, and I joined the board shortly thereafter.
My favorite thing about working at Closed to Kids is being a personal shopper and having the opportunity to work with each of the families and oftentimes their children in selecting a wardrobe for the children to wear to school. And I get to see firsthand how much they absolutely love what they're choosing, if the children are picking out their own, and how appreciative the parents are for having this service offered to them, as so many families are in situations that make shopping and paying money for their clothing very difficult.
I volunteer for Closed to Kids because it's the real deal. From the very beginning to today, all of the people involved are what I call authentic. They are genuinely moved by what they do and what they see. We all know we truly make a difference. We make kids happy and excited to go to school.
Closed to Kids quickly outgrew the original store space, and after 2 years, we were fortunate to move into our current location, with the store area being up front and storage and sorting in back. When Closed to Kids expanded its whole operation to serve the Denver metro area, we got the okay to tear down walls and create the space we have today. The Close to Kids Denver volunteer force has more than tripled, from in-store sorters and personal shoppers to those that find the best sales ever purchasing items we need. Close to Kids could not run without them.
When I started with Close to Kids as an intern 8 years ago, I was immediately drawn to the huge impact that clothing has on our shoppers. Over the years, I've watched thousands of happy kids leave our store ready for school. They've not only left with clothing, but with a sense of pride and dignity that maybe wasn't there when they walked in. Today, I'm proud to be the executive director. I'm in the store all the time, and I know firsthand it is all of you who have made these last 10 years possible. Thank you.
Tons of corporations have brought in groups to help in the store and have also held clothing drives for shoes, socks, and underwear. Close to Kids has an amazing board of directors and a strong community action council that supports a variety of projects. And Close to Kids Denver went from a completely volunteer workforce to having an amazing small but mighty group of 6 employees, of which only 3 are full-time. I couldn't be happier or more humbled to see where Close to Kids is at today and look forward to what the future brings.